Hello friends and welcome to Mountain Patriot Homestead. We are not in the kitchen right now. We are outside. I say we. It is not we. It is me. Is outside enjoying the beautiful weather. Here it is the weekend before Thanksgiving and I'm just in a lightweight long sleeve shirt. I could probably be out here in a t-shirt because it's really not cold. Now, it was a little cooler this morning, but not bad at all for the end of November here in the Ozarks. But I am seeing weather forecast, which is not surprising because we are in the Ozarks, that are calling for soon to be cooler weather. And we've had, I think one night it got down to 29, 28 here this past week. Still not bad for this time of year. And our highs are still up in the 50s, touching 60s most days. So I'm not complaining at all. It could be this type of weather year round and I'd be perfectly happy. But, you know, I know there are other things that need to be done outside that need a little warmer weather and sometimes things that need a little cooler weather. But I thought we'd just sit and visit for a few minutes because we haven't done that in a while, just to catch you up on a little bit of what's been going on around here. I've been taking you into the kitchen with me here recently, doing some of the holiday recipe series, and that's been fun. But I've missed just getting to visit with you a little bit, and we have been busy as always with projects. I always feel like I'm a broken record when I talk to y'all because we do have a lot of projects going on all the time. Not only our jobs, but also those things that need doing around here. And when we switch into different seasons, there's always more things to be done because we have to be getting ready for that season and then the one that's coming up next. And what do I mean by that? Well, right now, since we're going into the cooler weather, my husband got out and he put we have windows in the chicken coop, and during the summertime, he takes a covering, it's a clear plexiglass type covering, takes that off so that way they get a breeze, they get ventilation. In the wintertime, he puts that back up there to kind of keep in some warmth, but it does still allow for some ventilation because you don't ever want it airtight in there. It's just not healthy. Just like it's not healthy for humans not to have fresh air. So we do that for the chickens, and he's already got that done. And he's been working on getting goat stuff ready, you know, making sure their pens are ready to go and that they will be good and taken care of over the winter time. And he dropped off some cedar. Every once in a while we'll both get out and cut cedar and toss that into the goats because cedar's actually a natural parasite control for goats. So we do that for the goats and get that in there, which of course they love because that's a snack for them. And we got that done. We made a trip recently over into Oklahoma to the mushroom plant and picked up a big dump bed load of compost because I am redoing the beds. This year I let the garden rest and gave it its 7th year of rest, let it rest, and now it's time to get it ready for next year, the next season, which will be my planting season. And I have got that load of compost that has been put out there. That stuff is amazing. It grows things to beat the band. And we are going to be, doing a little bit of repair work on those beds. Those beds are getting a little older and they're starting to, show their age a little bit. So we're going to be working on them some. And we'll be filling up those beds with compost. We have plans to build some more beds to add to the beds that are out there. And probably make them a little more narrow. I've got little short arms, and so reaching across a 3 to 4 foot wide bed is very difficult for me. And you could say, well, just go around the other side. Well, I try, but I have big cattle panel hoops that I use. And once everything is full blown grown in there, it's difficult to reach through and take care of things from that side. So our plans are, right at this moment, our plans are always tentative, but our plans at this moment is to make the beds the same length, but make them more narrow so my little short arms can reach across to the other side and it's no issue. So we're working on the garden, and he has been working pretty much nonstop on it's feast or famine when it comes to extra jobs, when people need you to do work on things, because nobody will need you for the longest time and then all of a sudden everybody needs you all at once. So he has been working pretty much nonstop. Every spare day he can get, on weekends, sometimes taking off from work to go do these other jobs, sometimes trying to work things in as much as he can after work, which of course now it gets dark here between 4:30 and 5 o'clock, so there's not a lot you can get done by the time we get home. And that's a lot of what we're doing around here now. Now, of course, the holidays are on us. As I said, Thanksgiving is this coming Thursday, and boy howdy did I don't know what I was thinking, but I decided today, since he was gone working on another ranch doing some work for someone, I decided, well, I would just get up and I would go to town and get any shopping that I needed to get done between now and the first of the year. I would get done. Now, I don't need a lot of things because for the most part we have here what we need, but there are some things, sugar and flour and those type of things, that I can't stock up. I say can't stock up on. I can stock up on it, but I can't raise it myself. So I needed some, and also I wanted to check out any sales that were going on at the couple of places I was going to stop at. I didn't go to the place I was actually intending to go because I found some really good sales going on where I was. So I guess all of that is to say, when you're out and about and you're going to these stores, if you have to get out and go to the store, first of all, know everybody else in the world is out doing shopping this week or this weekend because they're getting ready for the holidays. So the stores are full, the roads are full, everything's full. It's just crowded. But I will tell you that I found some good prices, surprisingly, on things that, now to tell you, first of all, I didn't find a sale on sugar. Sugar where I was at was not on sale. Flour was not on sale. Milk was not on sale. I did find butter on sale, which was surprising, but that was a good thing. Found butter on sale. Did not find pecans on sale, but walnuts were a pretty decent price. So I ended up getting walnuts for recipes instead of pecans. Is it the same? No, but they're not a bad substitute. And so I picked up some walnuts instead of pecans. I'll just make adjustments in some of my recipes. I found good price on cranberries. Now, something I came across that was like, now I wish I would have got like a box of them, was blueberries. They had packages of blueberries for 98 cents a package. And if you've bought blueberries, you know that's a pretty good price for blueberries. And so I picked up like 4 containers of blueberries. No, these weren't shriveled up or anything. They were good, fresh blueberries. So I picked up some of those for 98 cents a piece. They had some fresh spinach, you know, the bags of fresh spinach. I picked up a couple of bags of those because those were also 98 cents. I found some almond paste that is good for making macaroons, and I found them 2 for $1, you know, the boxes of almond paste. And so I bought a couple of boxes of them. I saw some caramel bits, you know, those I've used them in another recipe, the sawdust pie recipe. That's what I used it in, the caramel bits. And I seen some packages of those, and they were 2 for $1, and they had 4. Well, being the nice person I was, there was a wee little lady that was trying to squeeze down this aisle that I was on, and being the nice person that I am, I scooched over as far as I could get, and I let her go by. Now, these little caramel bits were right in front of my buggy, right where I was getting ready to push up to. Well, when I moved over to let her by, she come around me and went right in front of my buggy, and that was the first thing she went for, was those caramel bits, and got all 4 packages. And it was just the sweetest little thing, because she was saying, "Oh my goodness, I don't even know what these are for, but I'll figure out something." And bless her, you know, it was like, I hope she finds good things to make with it, because like I said, she's just the sweetest thing. But dang it all, that's what happens when I'm nice. But that was funny. And trying to think what else. I found a decent price, I guess. Well, I don't, unless I've got a bunch of folks coming, I don't get a whole turkey. If it's just me and my husband, I'll get a turkey breast, and even then, once I get that cooked up, I'll divide it up and we'll eat it. You know, I'll divide it up, freeze it, and we'll eat it spread out over time, because he'll eat it for 2 or 3 days, then he's done with turkey. And I'm kind of the same way. But I'm really that way with ham. And I found a small spiral sliced ham that wasn't a bad price, and so I got it. Now, am I going to fix either one of those for Thanksgiving? I am not planning on it, and this is something else that I would encourage you to do, not to not fix turkey or ham, but what I would say is, on the holidays, a lot of times people get really stuck on they've got to serve turkey or ham or everybody's going to be disappointed. Well, it depends. Some people are, yes, very traditional, and because I know my mama was that way of, you know, we had turkey, and every Easter was a ham. Every Easter was ham. And there was just certain foods you had on certain holidays, and that was the way it was, which was fine because I loved Mama's cooking. So that was good with me. But the older I get, and especially if we don't have a bunch of family coming, the less likely we are to go, you know, there's no reason for me to cook a full-blown Thanksgiving turkey and dressing and mashed potatoes and, you know, gravy and green beans and all, you know, all the big, huge meal for 2 people. So it makes no sense for us to do that. So we will not be doing that. Our plans is just here, what, a weekend or 2 ago, I posted that little short with the brisket that we had fixed. Well, we have a vacuum packer that is one of those that you put the whole thing down in, and it vacuums it like if you bought it at the store. But it vacuum packs it, and I divided that brisket up into 3 hunks once it was cooked, and we're going to have one of those for Thanksgiving is what we're going to do. Now, something I'm still going to do is I'm still going to make me some dressing. I love dressing, and not stuffing, dressing. There's a difference in case you didn't know. Stuffing goes in a bird, dressing gets cooked in a separate dish, and for us, it was always cast iron skillet. And so I'll still be making me some dressing. Now, I plan on, fingers crossed, I'm wanting to do a video because I'm going to do, since I don't have anybody else, my husband doesn't eat dressing. And since it's just going to be me eating it, and I won't be disappointing anybody by not fixing my mama's old recipe of dressing, which I love, I thought if I was ever going to play around with the recipe, now was the time. So I am planning on, now here's my thoughts, and you tell me in the comments below if you think this is kind of crazy, but my thoughts are to make crackling cornbread, because I make a cornbread dressing, but make a crackling cornbread because, pork, can you be wrong with pork? But use the crackling cornbread for the cornbread that's in it. But I had also recently seen a video, I don't know if y'all have ever watched, and here I go again recommending other people's YouTube channels, but hey, y'all are friends, and if I find a YouTube channel that I really like, I'm going to tell y'all about it. And if you go over there and watch his, go for it, because I think he's a great channel. And I watched Smokin' Joe's Barbecue make a smoked dressing. And I'm telling you what, that looked very, very good. So I plan on trying smoked dressing, smoked cornbread dressing using cracklings in my cornbread. So that's a plan, and I hope to video it if I get too pressed for time or forget it. Sometimes I have the intentions of recording things and forget about it until I'm halfway done. I also, and I'm going to confess this, I also a lot of times get halfway through a video and remember I didn't push record. And so I've just been talking to myself, for 20 minutes and haven't recorded a thing. It's not bad if it's just like us sitting here talking, but if I'm in there cooking and I'm already, the recipe's halfway done, well, then I just say forget it and I keep cooking. But yeah, that happens. That's a thing. But I plan on smoking the dressing, and I think that smoked dressing will go very good with the brisket. And don't worry, I'll make mashed potatoes or something for my husband because he's not going to eat the dressing. But I'm going to do that with the dressing. And that was another thing that I found today at this place that I'd stopped to shop at. It wasn't my little Benton Dent, but it was a place that I stopped to shop, and they had pallets of the pellets like we use in our pellet smoker, but they had pallets of it, and it's I can't think of the brand to save me. It's a name brand. I could run out to the truck and go look, but I'm not going to do that. I don't feel like running right now, but it's a name brand. But anyway, they had pallets of these bags of wood pellets, 17 pounds, 17-pound bags of pellets, and they were $3.95. Now, if you have priced pellets, if you use them, you know that normally they're much more expensive than that. I think we normally pay around $10 a bag for pellets to smoke with, and these were $3.95. So I'm going to show them to my husband when he gets home. And if he thinks they're a good deal, we may be going to get some more wood pellets, because that really is a good price. And they were flavored pellets. Not really sure about that. I hadn't used flavored pellets, and by that I mean not just mesquite or hickory or that sort of thing, but these are like bourbon barbecue and Memphis barbecue. That the pellets are flavored. I guess it's supposed to be in the smoke or something. We'll see. But if they're good and they still have those up there, I'm seeing in our future that we go get more of those. But that was also another one of those very unexpected sale items that, just like the blueberries, I was not expecting that kind of a price. So right now, there's so many places that they advertise a lot of things, but then on the other hand, there's some things they don't advertise. They just have them out there and, do the whole tricks of checking in caps, checking those obscure places. These wood pellets were outside against the wall. Now, I did check to make sure they weren't wet, because if you get wet wood pellets, yeah, you don't want it clogging up your pellet smoker. So they were dry. But check all those weird places that, stores sometimes just cram things. And sometimes it don't even make any sense where they cram them. But anyway, look around and you might find some good deals. I saw that some soups were on sale. If are a soup eater, I like making my own soup, but I also like having soup on hand. I can my own soup too. I'll make big batches of soup, eat some, and then can the rest. But my husband also likes things like New England clam chowder, and he loves Progresso's New England clam chowder. And I saw that they had that on sale, grabbed a can of that today. And that's a good meal when he's been working outside, a lot of times this time of year after dark, and he comes in, he's cold, and he just wants something warm, and I can throw that soup on and get him took care of. But just check around, because again, what if you don't have turkey or don't have ham, or it's just out of your budget this year? Because I'm really not seeing good prices on turkeys and hams. Maybe they'll come down, but I have not seen that happen yet. And the sales circulars that I'm seeing are for Thanksgiving, but I just don't see them coming down. So if they're out of your budget and you just can't afford it, just talk to your family. Find out, do they just have to have turkey and ham, or would they be just as happy? I mean, what is their favorite food? Maybe they like, I don't know, if they like pizza and that's their favorite meal, then who's to say you can't just fix pizza? If you like barbecued chicken, who's to say, you can barbecue when it's snowing on the ground. I mean, nothing says you can't barbecue in cold weather. We do it. And if I don't care if it's a peanut butter sandwich, if that's your favorite meal and you would be perfectly happy eating a peanut butter sandwich, by all means, you eat you a peanut butter sandwich. And that brings me to a little rant. I'm not going to get on it long because I could. Of not only on some of my recipe videos, but I see it a lot. I don't have it a lot on mine. Mostly people on mine make fun of how I talk. Well, yeah, turn me off then. But is on a lot of the other folks' channels, especially, folks will get on there and they will make fun of, or I say make fun, they don't make fun, they try to shame people because a recipe has sugar in it, or it has fat in it, or it has whatever. I mean, I think you could make it a toothpick float out of a toothpick and a glass of water, and somebody would complain because you used the wrong kind of water, or that toothpick may have a pesticide in it, or something. And I notice more and more of these folks I'll cook a pie and people want to get on there, oh, it's got so much sugar. Well, honey, you ain't eating the whole pie. If you eat the whole pie, you got more problems than just the sugar in it. And, for me, I don't care. If people want to be, and I don't even know the names of all the different stuff, but if you want to be a vegan, a vegetarian, a carnivore, or omnivore, or whatever other kind of vor you want to be, just, you eat whatever you want. You eat what makes you happy, but don't worry about what somebody else is eating. let them eat. You know, you ain't, if you're not their nutritionist, you ain't getting paid for it. So don't worry about what they're eating. They're okay. They'll be fine. And if they're not, it's their own fault. And you didn't take them to raise. So, you know, just chill. Be nice. Because you know, you telling other people what to eat, that might be okay if them other people are your 5-year-old kids, but you know, if they're a almost 60-year-old woman like me, you know, you can tell me what to eat, and I'll sit there and I'll smile at you and I'll go, uh-huh, and then I'll just keep on eating right what I want to eat because, you know, I, this is gonna sound mean, but I don't care. I don't care what you think I should be eating. You know, again, you ain't my nutritionist. I'm not paying you for it, so just let it go. And that goes for all these other folks' channels that people watch. You know, I'm glad that you're so concerned about my health, but you know, I'm the one that needs to be concerned about my health. So don't you worry about it. Don't you fret. I'm good and healthy, and if I fall over dead in the next 5 seconds, it's nobody's fault but my own. All right? So, anyway, we'll move past that. But if you're out there and you're trying to get shopping done today, I'll just give you fair warning. It is crazy out there. People are running around like their tails are on fire, and don't let little old ladies cut in front of you if you've got your eyes on something. That's a good deal. I'm just kidding. But I do hope you have a wonderful afternoon. I want to give a shout out before I go to another channel right now. It's Crayon Muncher E. And I'll put a link down below just to make sure that I get all the letters and everything in it. But I'll put a link down below. It is a YouTube channel that has been started up by somebody very near and dear to me. And that is one of my biggest supporters on here. And he and his spouse are doing videos of a variety of things, but a lot of them are adventure type things when they take their drone out and they go riding around in the Arizona desert and up into the mountains and things. And so if you like adventure, I think you'll enjoy some of those videos. I'll put the link down below. Always check out my friends over at Wide Open Adventures. They do a lot of videos, and their videos are family friendly. Just let you know, they a lot of times have their youngins on there, and they do cooking and lots of fun things around the farm. So check them out at Wide Open Adventures. I'll try to put their link down below as well. Anyway, I have got to get up and get to doing something. I just wanted to talk to y'all, and I am glad I was able to do so. I love y'all. I hope you have an amazing evening, and I'll talk to you later. Mountain Patriot Homestead, signing out.